Thanks so much, everyone, for joining our live MoneyMaker webinar. For those of you joining for the first time, this is a monthly call for our reseller partners. And we're really excited because today our theme is Managed WordPress. So we are relaunching this product, Managed WordPress, on the 21st. And as many of you have seen several of announcements about this webinar and also about going into the RCC and getting all of your pricing set up. So today, with us today, we have two Managed WordPress experts to give you all of the information that you're going to need for this launch and to make sure that you set up your storefronts properly. So first up, we have Dennis Smith, who is a director on our product marketing team. And then we also have Matthew Clancy, who is the product manager. So a quick lineup for today's call. First up, we have Dennis, who's going to start with the marketing review and explain to you how best to sell and position the product for your end customers. And then Matthew will go into a product demo of the actual product so that you can see the look and feel of it. And then we're going to go back to Dennis, and he's going to go into the e-commerce portion. So just a quick reminder, we're going to save all of our questions till the end. The presentation should take about 40 minutes or so, maybe a little longer, give or take. So just keep your questions in mind, and then you can write them in the Q&A. And we will address them at the end. And then also just some housekeeping. This session will be recorded, and I'm going to post it on our YouTube channel and also on our resource portal and also on our community site. So if you need to drop early, no worries. The recording will be there along with the presentation materials. So with that, I will hand it over to you, Dennis.
All right, thank you. So today there's two exciting launches that are both going to go out on October 21st. And we're very excited about each. That first is an experience relaunch. So with our core Managed WordPress plans that we have existing today, we are going to be upgrading many features, but also having a significant change the way the onboarding and experience works with the product. And you'll get a great demo from Matt in just a few minutes here, where he'll take you through what some of those new changes are. The second thing that I'm happy to introduce to everybody is a new plan that will be on the Managed WordPress platform. And that'll be an e-commerce plan. We have joined partners with WooCommerce, and through that partnership have the ability to offer some tremendous value to your customers. And we'll be doing this through a brand new plan that will be both a premium plan, but will be well worth it when your customers are shopping through various different hosting and WordPress options out there. So first, getting into the Managed WordPress relaunch, I'll take you through a few different things here. First is talking about why we're doing this and who the customer is we are trying to help through this relaunch. Then what are we actually launching? And then lastly, Matt's going to take you through demos. So when we set out to improve Managed WordPress, our main focus for this iteration was to help small business owners be successful with WordPress. When we look at people who are purchasing WordPress hosting and Managed WordPress, 65% of those shoppers are actually SMBs, with the remainder being pros. So this is a very critical segment, and even those who are pros who are purchasing, they're purchasing on the behalf of SMBs to help them serve their business as clients. And so when we talk to SMBs and do research, the first thing they always mention as being most important about their website is to have a great design. They want to represent their brand, they want to represent their company in the best way possible. And they also want both the design to be easy to use for people visiting their site, but they also want the product itself to be easy to use. So that's a very important key point. And then lastly, with this group of SMBs, the ones who are using WordPress and not more simplified builders, SMBs who are using WordPress are very independent and they value learning. They want to take the time to understand how to build a site, battle that learning curve that WordPress can offer or can present, and value the amount of learning and being able to manage the site on their own. And all this is in the end goal of SMB trying to grow their business. So at the end of the day, the reason why they're purchasing a website is to grow their business, whether it be to actually sell on the website, whether it be to gain awareness, to increase branding, whatever it may be, the end goal is to serve the business and to grow the business as a marketing tool. And so what we're doing from a product perspective is that final point there at the bottom. We are trying to make WordPress more accessible to these SMBs. We're trying to simplify WordPress and reduce that learning curve and make it a more accessible CMS that SMBs can go out and grow their business using. So what are some of the things that us on the product side have focused on when developing and relaunching Manage WordPress? So there's three main pillars. And the first is to focus on the design of the product and not necessarily hosting. So rather than go through all the bullet points here step by step, case in point is we want to simplify the experience of building a site. We want to give people the experience where they are using a website building tool and not necessarily shopping and using a hosting product where they're more focused on handling a hosting dashboard and buying different sorts of resources. We want people to focus on the site building experience. The next item there actually follows that same mentality, and that's the middle column where it just needs to work. They don't want to think about the hosting. They want to think about their business and growing their business. Like we were saying, the website is a tool for them to grow their business, and it's a marketing tool. So in terms of worrying about performance and availability and bandwidth, those sorts of things, they don't want to think about as much. Security should be solid. They don't want to worry about security issues and their site being down. And so what we're doing is upgrading many of those things so the site just works better. And then lastly, on the right side there, helping my business succeed, we are integrating features and going to continue to integrate more features over time where we're helping these SMBs market their business effectively. And so we have SEO as a tool, email marketing, social media integration. Those are features that will both be included on October 21st, but also becoming more prevalent as we go into the future. And so as a product team, these are the three main pillars that we're focused on with Manage WordPress in service of the business owner. So what are we launching on the 21st? So we're gonna have a new plan lineup. You'll recognize it's pretty similar with the first three plans, Basic, Deluxe, and Ultimate, but they have some improvements that I'll go over in just a moment. And then lastly, on the right side, you'll see a brand new plan, the e-commerce plan. That one I'll go into more detail in a few moments after the demo, because that's the exciting plan that we have that came through our partnership with WooCommerce. So first off, getting to our new plan lineup. The experience and the onboarding when people first sign up and begin their plan is brand new. It's hard to describe just over words. It doesn't do it justice. So Matt's going to walk you through that in just a moment. And as part of that, we have hundreds of templates for people to choose from. These are brand new templates. We have the ability to customize various templates for different industries, and this will give SMBs coming in a great opportunity to feel like their site's going to be a great reflection of their brand. There's an action center in the account dashboard where they'll get step-by-step guidance on what to do next in order to activate their site and make it successful. Things such as making sure they set up their custom domain, getting their SEO set up, things like that are items that they'll find in their action center to make sure that they have their site up and running in the best way possible. We'll be automatically installing and managing SSLs when people purchase the Ultimate and e-commerce plans. And so this is new. In the past, we actually only included a 1-year free SSL with Ultimate, and it was basically a separate product that was included for free. Now this new SSL is going to be part of this plan. So it will be automatically installed, and then through the life of the plan, it will be maintained automatically. There's no rekeying, there's no effort needed on the behalf of the SMB or the purchaser. So your customer is going to have a very easy time maintaining this SSL, and it's a standard DV SSL, which is a great tool and much better than the Let's Encrypt SSLs that many of our competitors that we benchmark against offer. Next item is the Yoast SEO plugin. So we've reached a partnership with Yoast, and when you get the deluxe plan or higher, we will automatically install Yoast during the setup process. And this is the gold standard in SEO in terms of plugins for WordPress, and we are now including that for free and pre-installing it for customers when they come in and set up Managed WordPress. The next item is a fantastic added value that customers get with GoDaddy, and it will extend to you and your customers as well on the reseller side. And these are marketing credits to Google, Yelp, and Bing. And so we have a partnership with these 3 companies where customers will actually be able to get up to $550 in marketing credits to the 3 companies. This $550 is spread among the 3. So for instance, Google will have $200, Yelp $100, and Bing the balance. And those are available through the dashboard when people do enter into Managed WordPress. It'll be part of the Action Center. Next item is new backups. So this is some feedback that our care agents have gotten, and I think you may have had before in the past too with Managed WordPress. We've had a 30-day backup system. We've totally upgraded it. It's going to be a 90-day backup system where you also have the ability to schedule and download your backups. And so your customers should have a fantastic time or be very impressed by the fact that we're offering such a long duration, as well as the amount of flexibility with this new backup system. The next item, similarly, is one that we've upgraded and added to Managed WordPress that more of the developer and the technical side has demanded for Managed WordPress, and is a key component that we've added that should make your customers very happy. And this is a new file manager. So no longer are developers and designers and SMBs required to use FTP in order to upload and move files. We have a file manager that's going to be built into the product itself. A couple more items. Next is more storage. So when we looked at benchmarking across the industry and what people are offering and competitors are offering for their WordPress plans, we realized that we are a little bit low in terms of the amount of storage that we offer. And so you'll see the Basic, Deluxe, and Ultimate have all been increased in the amount of storage. Basic has gone up from 10 gigabytes to 30. Deluxe has gone up from 15 to 75. And Ultimate has actually gone to unlimited. And this is a great feature. Unlimited, from the research that we've done here at GoDaddy, is shown to be a fantastic way for customers to get peace of mind when they are shopping a product lineup. There's many customers that will come in and say, well, I'm going to be uploading videos, I'm going to be doing a lot of high-res photos, things like that. And there is the nervousness that they might run out of storage. Unlimited puts their mind at ease, and it's a great way to sell people and sell your customers up the lineup. And then lastly, as I alluded to before, the e-commerce plan. That's a brand new plan that I'll cover in more detail in just a moment. So now I'll pass it over to Matt, and he'll take us through a demo.
Yeah, that's
All right.
awesome.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, sorry to interrupt you. Thanks so much, Dennis. I just want to remind everyone who may have joined just a few minutes late, we're going to save all of our Q&A till the end. So feel free to just drop any of the questions you have in the Q&A, and we will answer them at the very end. Thanks so much. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, Matt.
That's all right. I was just too ready to go. So, I was excited.
That's awesome.
So hello, everyone. I'm excited to show you our new onboarding system for Managed WordPress. This is for all Managed WordPress sites, as Dennis mentioned, all tiers. So after your customer purchases a Managed WordPress plan, inside their hosting interface, they'll have this option to create a site. When you choose to create a site, you'll notice this brand new experience, which is driven primarily by this button here, which is View Templates. If any of you are familiar with our old easy mode that we had, that was our first attempt at trying to simplify the WordPress onboarding experience. And this is the next iteration of that. So when your customer comes in, this is the cream of the crop right here, and the thing you want to show them. If you have the more experienced user who is just looking for WordPress or looking to migrate, there's these two options down here at the bottom, and those are the old traditional setup flows. So what I will show you here is the View Templates, though. So when you click this option, you are presented with about 100 different templates that you can choose from, and your site owner can go through and basically see all these ones here. There's categories. when they have the e-commerce hosting plan, there will be a little tab up here that prioritizes certain shop templates that we have. Those are not available until Monday. So I can't show you those quite yet, but as you can see, there's a lot of different options here. And you might be seeing all of these and wondering, about all the content here. All of this content is pre-built and pre-populated, including the images. So are the pages, the menus, everything. And this is, again, meant to simplify that WordPress building experience for the new user. So click on this one. This one's one of my favorite ones because I don't know, I think it just looks very clean. And I can see here I've got my desktop view. I can also switch to a tablet view, and it's fully responsive, and it'll show me what this template looks like on a desktop or tablet. And then I can even see my mobile. You'll also see this option here called Design Styles. And this is just a small little item that we've identified and said, maybe someone who likes this layout might not like this modern. Maybe they're looking for a more traditional. So you can see it updates the fonts here and the buttons and gives it more of a traditional look. I'll take it back here to this desktop view and show you something that's really cool. You can click on each one of these items just like you would on a live page, and you can see what's on the About page. And again, all this content is pre-populated, and all these images are pre-populated. These images are stock photos that are provided free for all managed WordPress sites. So if you have any clients or your customers who say, can I actually use those images? Yes, they can. As long as they're with the managed WordPress, they can use those images. You can see here that we've got a map. So I really like this one, like I mentioned a second ago. Got all these images, this cool kind of gallery look, and I'm gonna go with it. So I'm gonna choose to use this template. And again, I mentioned you can still click through. If you're like, I really wanted to see what the contact form looks like, but I forgot to check, you can still click on that contact form, even in this little pane, and take a look at it. And if you don't like it, of course, you can hit the back button. But on this page here, we're basically asking you, what do you want to do with your website? And what this does is it helps us determine what content we should pre-populate for you. So if you want to display your photos, it will put a photo gallery in there. If you write blog posts, it'll put a sample blog post up. And then if you'd like to sell physical goods or digital goods, these will actually install WooCommerce for you. So again, this is not the same as the WooCommerce hosting, which Dennis will talk about shortly, but I did want to call out that you can basically auto install WooCommerce. And the reason we did that is because a lot of the customers that we interviewed, when they said that they wanted to build an online presence, store presence, that they didn't know what to use. And anyone who knows WordPress knows that WooCommerce is pretty much the one that everyone recommends. So we'll just auto install it there. And then it'll ask you for your author name here. So I'm just gonna put something random. And then I can hit create my website. And this is when we actually start setting up the hosting. This process normally takes about 3.5 minutes. We're in the process right now of actually updating these screens to have some more information, but I've already set up a hosting plan for you so that we can not have to wait that 3.5 minutes. So let me go to this hosting. And I think it's this one here. All right, great. So my site's just provisioned, and this is the new hosting dashboard. So I'll show off a couple new items in here in just a moment, but the first thing that a customer sees when they do the setup flow is they're prompted with an option to edit their website. And this will take them directly into the WordPress admin. So we'll just give it a moment, it'll hopefully load here. And there we go. So now we're inside WordPress admin. You'll see that WooCommerce was installed and ready to set up because I chose that I want to install or sell digital goods or sell goods on my site. You also see here that Yoast was auto-installed. And this is, pretty much the WordPress dashboard that we're familiar with. But the main thing that we have really spent a lot of time working on is the ability to simplify editing the pages. So now we have this site, right? So if you can imagine, I'm a new person to WordPress and I just came in and, now I have a website. I haven't really done anything except for pick a template, but now I have a website. So let's say I want to edit my contact form. Click this traditional WordPress edit option here. And then for it to load. Apologize, everyone. My internet is getting fixed today. But you can see this, the normal WordPress editing screen. This is all Gutenberg blocks. And all of this is driven by the CoBlocks plugin that we've created. So you can click to change the title of this page to contact us if you'd like. You can see that I can modify the image or write a caption for my image. I can change this paragraph text. This is a form block that we've created to simplify form submission. But like I said, you can see here that this is all block driven by CoBlocks. And again, all this content can be used, but it gives you a point to start with. So everything in this template is driven off of the theme that we've created called Go. If you come in here, you'll see the Go theme. So every single 100 of those templates is all coming from this Go theme. It's very cool, very exciting for us. And this Go theme will be on the WordPress.org repository within the month and available to anyone, even if you're not hosted with us or you have another provider. So you'll also see here that we have the CoBlocks plugin right here. And again, that's what's driving a lot of those blocks that are not native to the Gutenberg WordPress editing experience. So that is the pretty significant changes we've made inside the WordPress admin and the editing experience. Now I'll take you into the hosting overview. So anyone who's familiar with the Manage WordPress interface might have remembered it as very hosting driven. What we wanted to do is make it more website driven. So we've done a complete refresh of the site view for a Managed WordPress site. And you'll see here that I land on the overview and I have a couple of these Action Center items that Dennis mentioned earlier. I also have a couple of call outs here that are top items that we've identified that new users struggle with. So they can click on this and it will take them directly into their WordPress admin to make these changes. There's also this neat little WordPress 101, and this takes you to a new page that we're working on. It's currently being deployed right now, but working on getting this fixed where it's like has a whole new WordPress walkthrough in our Help Center and really driven towards getting started with WordPress. So go to the backup screen. Now this is the old backups, but inside this old backups, you will have the option to schedule a new backup or download a backup or restore a backup up to 90 days. We're turning that on Monday. Existing websites will be getting that new backup feature through the end of the year, but for all new websites, they will see the new backup interface. We also have this new tools section. We have we kept our website performance check, but we also added some troubleshooting tools here. They can reset the file permissions or launch into the safe mode experience. The file browser will also be on here, and I will just switch my screen to show you the new file browser really quick. Just give me one moment. Can everyone see the my screen now still?
Yep, we can see your screen
Okay,
with the
great.
folders.
All right, great. So this is the new file manager experience. Like Dennis said, this is meant to replace the need for FTP. I mean, FTP still works, but for those quick changes that you need to make, or those quick files that you need to upload, or not wanting to have to explain to someone how to use FTP, you've got this great new file manager. You can rename files, upload them, create files, unarchive. You can show hidden files, things like that. So there's a lot of great items here. All new websites will have this. All existing sites by the end of the month will have this feature enabled for them under that tools section. So let me switch back over really quick, back to my reseller one. Here we go. And then lastly, we have the settings tab. So this is where your old hosting settings that you might be familiar with are located now. You have your production site and your staging site, and you have all your details. This is where you can enable CDN, disable CDN, you can enable SSH, all those things that you're used to. You can remove a site here if you'd like, or if you're looking at staging, you can edit the staging site, sync it, or remove the staging site. And I think that's pretty much it. Dennis, is there anything else that you think I forgot?
No, I think you did a pretty thorough job there. That's great stuff.
All right, cool. Thank you all.
Thank you, Matt. Okay, so I see we have some questions coming in. There is one question I'll answer now, and then we'll cover the rest of them at the conclusion of the presentation. So what I'll do is just answer the question Christina posts that is in relation to WordPress versus our website builder offering. And the key difference between the two is the flexibility and the customization that one versus the other has from a product standpoint. But if also from your customer standpoint, the key difference is the willingness to learn and the amount of technical ability that the person has. So you have a balance where the website builder product that GoDaddy offers to you all is a product that is able to get people up and running very quickly. Looking at customer data, people can get started in under an hour and get a site going and be functional with it. With that simplicity also means simplicity in this amount of site functionality that there is, and that number of options and features and bells and whistles that the product itself has. So when we look at that product versus WordPress, WordPress is basically the ultimate flexibility where you could do a simple single page site, a blog, all the way up to enterprise level e-commerce site using WooCommerce and any other sort of sites that you can imagine. So there's a big flexibility difference. So when you're talking to customers, depending on what their needs are from a customization standpoint, that's a good question to ask. And then when you're talking to customers about their amount of time that they're willing to invest in their site and the amount of technical aptitude that they have, ask those questions as well. Because even if they do want a really customized site that's going to be amazing, if they don't have time to devote to it or are not willing to hire somebody to help them out with the site build, then WordPress may not be the right CMS for them to use. So those are the two key questions to find out: site customization and technical ability. So I hope that helps answer it. Unfortunately, there's no clean-cut division, but it's good to talk to your customers and get a sense for what they're looking for and try to feel them out and place them in the best option that you can.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks so much, Dennis, because that came up a couple of times. So I just wanted to make that distinction. So thanks for that.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. So let's shift gears now. So Matt shared a lot of exciting stuff that's going on with the onboarding, the in-product experience, and all those changes that he pointed out are going to be for every plan in the lineup, Basic, Deluxe, Ultimate, and this new plan, e-commerce. So e-commerce is a new plan that I'm going to cover right now. So why did we create a new e-commerce plan, and why did we reach a partnership with WooCommerce? The main thing here is this top headline. Talking with customers and SMBs and users and people who are building websites, 70%, even actually a little more than 70% of the sites plan to take payments of some sort. So many are e-commerce and looking to sell. Others may just be taking payments for services. but they're planning to take payments on their site. And so their goal, when you have a customer who's looking to take payments, they want to sell. It's a word that they use in verbatims all the time, as their site is supposed to sell for them. And just like we talked about on the other side, for our sites in general, is to grow and be a marketing tool. In this case, it's one more level in specificity, where they're not just trying to grow, they're trying to sell and grow their business through revenue. And so a couple of key points here just to understand the customer base a little better. So 92% of the businesses who are getting a website are actually already selling in one way or another. So many are selling on Amazon, eBay. They could be selling in person at fairs and flea markets and brick and mortar. And then also many are selling on social platforms now. Those are incredibly popular. But 92% actually have already made their first sale prior to looking into getting a website. The next item here is the store types are distributed. So when you talk to customers, a lot of times they'll have multiple needs for their store. So 73% actually have multiple needs. And so what this means is they may be selling goods, but they're also selling services and memberships and things like that. So think of the hairdresser, for instance, who is taking payments online to set up an appointment. They may also be selling hair product, like a hairspray or shampoo, conditioner, through their website as well. And then the last point here is when you're talking to customers and marketing your e-commerce plan and this product, shoppers are seeking WordPress first and then WooCommerce secondarily. And WordPress dominates the internet as a CMS. WooCommerce is the #1 tool that WordPress uses to power the e-commerce side. But when your customers are going to be looking at how to build a site, an e-commerce site, they're going to be finding out about WordPress first and then WooCommerce secondarily. So make sure that you do keep that in mind when you're doing your marketing. And then lastly, as we focused on this launch, we're following the same mentality that we did with the relaunch. We're trying to make WordPress more accessible. We're trying to simplify the process of using WordPress and building an e-commerce store. So along those lines, what are we actually in fact launching? So with this partnership, we're launching a single plan. It's an e-commerce plan that you see here in the lineup. It's a premium priced one. And I'll go through some of the key selling points here. The first is the setup process. So as I said before, the idea of making this less of a hosting experience and more of a website experience is just the setup alone, is we're combining 4 steps in one. We are bundling the hosting, the install of WordPress, the install of WooCommerce, and also in that setup process, asking customers what sorts of things are they going to be doing with the store. And so when they answer those questions, are they selling digital goods? Are they selling physical goods? Will they be shipping? Things like that. We will put in extensions automatically, including a lot of paid extensions automatically with the install. And so we'll get people up and running faster than anyone else out there. And as I say that, the next bullet there is actually, we're doing this in 70% fewer steps than leading competitors. So this is a big selling tool for you when you compare yourself against the competition out there who also may have a solution where they're bundling WooCommerce with a hosting product. This will have the Action Center, so people will get their step-by-step guidance in order to maintain and build their site out. There's going to be free premium WooCommerce storefront themes. So through our partnership, we'll be offering those for free. And this is the big one. Free access to over $1,000 of premium WooCommerce extensions. So through the setup process, many of these extensions will be automatically installed, but then even following the process of setup, if there's a certain extension that I'll show you the full list in just a moment, that they are looking to add on to their WooCommerce plan or WooCommerce site, they have up to $1,000 of availability there. So when you look at this, they're paying $15.99 a month when they first get started, and they're getting $1,000 in value. It's enormous. And this is exclusively to GoDaddy through our partnership with WooCommerce Automatic that we're able to pass along to you as a reseller. So it's fantastic. Then lastly, this SSL, similar to what we talked about before, it's automatically installed and managed. So no hassle, no issues that you have to worry about rekeying it and recertifying it at a later date. It's all done and handled for you. So when you compare against a couple of the big competitors, so GoDaddy here, in order to get to the place where you're actually editing your site, it takes 5 steps with this new onboarding. If you compare it to some of our top competitors, Bluehost and SiteGround, Bluehost, 18 steps, so we're 72% fewer. SiteGround, 17 steps to get to the editor, we're 70% fewer. So big difference here. And then that value, the WooCommerce extensions that are included with your WooCommerce plan. So like I said, it's actually above $1,000, and this is in year 1. Many of these extensions have a recurring fee, an annual fee. Those continue to be free past the first year. And so this is actually more than $1,000 in value. This is $1,000 in just the first year alone. And so here's the list of the current extensions. We'll be adding more as we move forward, but when we first launch on October 21st, these are the ones that will be available for free to customers.
I actually have an announcement about that.
So go ahead, Matt.
We were able to convince WooCommerce to give us access to all extensions that are published by WooCommerce and Automatic. This list is like 3 times the size now. So these are the main ones though, but yeah, if WooCommerce built the extension, then it will be included.
That's awesome. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, I mean, already it's an amazing value, and you add that on, you're looking at thousands of dollars worth of extensions. So that's it's incredible through that partnership what we've been able to accomplish, both on the setup side, but also in the value that we are able to pass along to the customers that will be shopping from you all. And so with that concludes the presentation that we have set up. And so now we can pass along to Q&A.
Okay, awesome. Wow, this is so great. Thank you very much to both Dennis and Matt for these amazing presentations. I know it's very exciting stuff with all of the new features, everything SSL, SEO, the backups, the WooCommerce, and especially just 5 parts to the process alone, because I mean, everyone knows that time is the most valuable commodity. So I know our reseller partners are going to be super excited about that. So we have some questions in the Q&A. Dennis and Matthew, please just go ahead and feel free to answer. And I know we have another question posted about a different product launch. So Chelsea, our product manager, will go into that after we answer all the managed WordPress questions. And then after that, just some housekeeping. If you joined late, I will post this recording on our YouTube and all of our other platforms, our reseller resource portal, our community site, and the information will also be on the RCC as well. So with that, thank you so much again, Dennis and Matthew, and let's jump right into the questions.
All right, so I can read the questions off, and Matt, if you want to take them, go for it. If not, I can try to see if I can answer them too.
Sure.
So first question there, is the Yoast the premium version?
It is the free version, but I know that we're still looking into expanding the partnership with them. I don't think that we'll have the premium fully free, but you know, I don't want to say definitively until we get the partnership a little bit further. But hopefully we can provide an update in the next couple months as to the exact details on any extras that we can give with that partnership.
All right, thank you. Next question, will backups include staging sites? So the development work is also saved.
So yeah, this I was actually really excited to see this because this was actually asked internally a few days ago, and right now backups do not include the staging, but we are moving to a new staging system next year, and I know that one of the other PMs is lurking here, so I will send it over to him as a requirement for that, because like I said, it keeps coming up. So like I said, as of right now, it does not, but it doesn't mean it can't in the future.
All right, good stuff. Okay, another question here. Is the migration process improved or updated? In the past, it has failed a lot, many times, and required a $100 fee to have it manually removed.
Yeah, so basically, it's still the exact same migration system that you're familiar with. We are building a new migration system right now, and it's actually being tested internally. And I don't have an exact date on when that's going to be launched, but I mean, we are working to basically build a whole new migration flow, and that will be available for all hosting plans. And we're going to be starting it with managed WordPress.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Okay, it looks like we got another question about EOS, very similar to the previous one. And then, all right, next item here is, sorry, it's jumping around on me. Will resellers be given a free copy of Managed WordPress to test and try out the product? Christina, is that one that you can answer for us, or Chelsea?
I can actually answer that for you. So resellers get the mid-tier version of Managed WordPress to test out. So there isn't going to be another credit provided. It's still going to be that mid-tier version. And actually, a question back to you, Dennis or Matthew. This is going to be on all new purchases, correct? Or is it going to go to anybody who had purchased previously and are just setting up the product?
So it's new sites that get those functionalities. The mid-tier, I think it's the deluxe that everyone gets, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, so all new sites are going to be getting, the backups, things like that. But existing sites will have those by the end of the year. But if you're just using it to test and you don't have any content on there, you can remove that site and then set up a brand new site and you'll get all those same features.
Perfect.
All right, thanks, Matt. And thanks, Chelsea. Okay, next item here. The e-commerce option in the WordPress relaunch. Do you know when resellers will be able to sell an e-commerce version of Websites Plus Marketing, similar to the one GoDaddy offers?
So that is currently on the docket. We're hoping by the end of the year, we'll be sending out updates in the next couple weeks with more specific timing.
Excellent. All right, thank you. Okay, looks like the new plans have better pricing when SSL is included. Will customers be upgraded accordingly, or should resellers recommend our customers change WordPress plans accordingly? Matt, I could take this one, or you can. You seem like you're on a roll, so if you want to answer, go for
it. Actually, Dennis, I think I thought maybe you might have an answer to that one.
All right. Yes.
Well, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I can answer that one. So in terms of SSL, you're right. We have a great value now by including SSL with the Ultimate plan, and whereas before we only had it for a single year. And so what we are planning to do is backfill existing customers with the Ultimate plan. The timing on that is not established quite yet. It'll most likely be in Q1 of next year. So that's one that's going to be, stay tuned for. The people who have recently bought Ultimate will have SSL for a full year for free that they'll be able to utilize. So stay tuned. There's going to be more news there. But yeah, I mean, tremendous value that we're starting to add in there. And we're happy, especially with the type of SSL providing, whereas we look at a lot of the benchmarking, it's Let's Encrypt that we're comparing to. So this is a standard DV SSL that is issued and taken care of for customers, completely managed, automatically. So it's amazing value to customers. Okay.
And actually, something that I'll add on to that, the pricing is actually going to be very similar for our resellers. That the base buy rate and minimum retail, suggested retail, they're all the same even with this launch. You can go into the RCC right now and go price out the products in that e-commerce tier, but there really shouldn't be a difference in those base buy rates or the options on what you can price to your customer.
All right, thanks, Chelsea. Okay, next item here, will SSL be separate or will be included for the life of the website? And so for Ultimate and e-commerce, the SSL will be included for the life of the plan. So they'll have nothing to do. As soon as they set up their custom domain, it'll actually be automatically installed and set up. There's no work that the customer needs to do. If they do cancel their plan, that SSL will automatically be canceled along with it because it'll be set up for that domain. If they were to maintain that same plan and at some point switch the domains to something else, like say they have a new business opportunity, the SSL will move and stay with the plan. So it'll automatically recertify and stay up to date for the new custom domain that was set up. So the SSL lives and dies with the plan and is automatically taken care of. Okay, next item here. Do we have an ETA for the e-commerce website builder? Chelsea, I don't know if you mentioned a time frame for that.
That is actually the same as the one previously for the websites and marketing. It's the website builder that includes an online store, and we're planning on having that launched before the end of the year. But there will be an update here in the next couple weeks with more specific timing for you.
Yeah, so when you see my communications and marketing out, it'll be called Online Store. So that will give you all the details about all the product updates for that. So keep your eyes out for that.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, looks like we're getting to the end here. So can existing Managed WordPress customers upgrade to the e-commerce version and still get the free extensions from WooCommerce? I'll do a short answer on this, and then Matt, if there's anything that you want to elaborate on, please do so. So the short answer is, unfortunately, at this point, no. They'll have to cancel their existing plan or migrate it into the e-commerce plan. The reason being is the licensing on WooCommerce happens during the setup process, and we're not at this point set up to transfer licenses and have that those free extensions delivered over to the transfer. So at this point, no, but it's something that we do want to address and do make that available for customers. Matt, anything you want to add to that?
No, I think that covers it. You know, you can still use our migration system to do that. And I've played with it a little bit just to make sure that it was working right. And you know, I do see problems with the migration frequently, but for going from WooCommerce to another WooCommerce, I did not have any issues. So my hope is that will continue to work just fine. But like I said, with the new migration flow we're building, that might alleviate some of the pain of having to migrate from like a non-WooCommerce plan to the WooCommerce plan.
All right, thanks, Matt.
I'm going to say, I'm going to jump on this one. Thank you for the love PC. I agree. I love it too.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Our product team has done an outstanding job here. Me as a marketer, I love it that they're able to put so much stuff forward and make my life easy as a marketer, having lots of things to point towards and pass along to you all as our reseller community. And then lastly, PC, also thank you for this last statement about being able to back up a staging site in the Pro dashboard. Thanks for pointing that out. And so I think that covers everything here. Christina,
Okay.
Anything else you want to help out with? And
Yeah. Thank you so much. Just want to thank you both again for your time and this awesome demo. I know that even though not all the resellers are on this call, many will watch it back, and so they're going to be very excited about that. So thanks for joining and contributing and sharing. And thank you to all the resellers who've joined and everyone on our internal reseller team, and Chelsea for answering questions as well. And just a reminder, this recording will be posted on all of our channels, Reseller Resource Portal, the community site, our YouTube channel, Reseller Control Center, all the platforms, so they'll be there. And just stay tuned to all of our marketing communications because we have a couple of things that we're working on before the end of the year. Nothing ready to share out just yet, but I promise
some exciting things though.
Yeah, very, very exciting things. Lots of different things. Yeah. Yes, Chelsea, absolutely. And we will keep you posted as soon as we have any updates. So stay tuned. And with that, I think we'll end. Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you on the next webinar. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.